Episode 32. Elegant Armor. When brilliance becomes a shield. Have you ever spoken beautifully, not to reveal something, that to protect it? You think quickly. You speak clearly. You wrap tenderness in eloquence. Not because you're hiding, but because somewhere along the way, insight became safety. Sharpness became a shield, and brilliance became the best way to stay unseen without disappearing. But beneath the words, beneath the polish, a quieter voice still waits. Please see me, even when I'm not explaining myself. In the Elegance of the Hedgehog, we meet Renee, a concierge who hides her depth in plain sight, and Paloma, a girl disillusioned by a world too shallow to care. Both are brilliant. Both are unseen. Both use intelligence, not as expression, but as armor. Their defense isn't hard, it's refined. It's elegant. But even the most graceful protection can grow heavy with loneliness. For many of us, intellect became a way to survive. We used analysis to avoid ache. We used articulation to be taken seriously. We learned to perform composure instead of presence. But there comes a point when knowing more no longer soothes, and feeling less no longer protects. Wisdom doesn't come from what you know. It comes from what you're willing to feel, even when there are no words for it yet. So pause with me here and ask, where do I hide behind intelligence? What feelings do I translate instead of express? What would it mean to be seen, not as smart, but as real? How does it feel in my body when I'm being understood, but not truly seen? There's a line from the Elegance of the Hedgehog. We have to surpass ourselves every day, not by becoming more impressive, but by becoming more present. So maybe you don't need to stop learning. You only need to notice what your brilliance has been protecting, and whether it still needs to be shielded, because sometimes what's found sharp is simply what we reach for when softness feels unsafe. But being seen is not the end of strength. It's where strength begins, from somewhere honest, somewhere unguarded. Wisdom isn't what you offer, it's what you allow to be known before you explain it. So if something in you recognizes this, stay with it. Let yourself soften. You don't need to perform realness, and you only need to stop covering what's already there. And tonight, maybe let one thought stay unspoken, not because it's not smart enough, but because it doesn't need to protect you anymore. And if you know someone who shines brightly but carries too much in their polish, send this to them. Until next time, let your knowing rest and meet what waits underneath.